Philly man gets 15 years in prison for armed robberies that netted $300 and a beer. After this.
What is up, everyone? Philly True Crime back at you. And y'all, look at this. Philly man gets 15 years in prison for armed robberies that netted $300 and beer. A 26-year-old Philadelphia man has been sentenced to spend more than 15 years in prison after being convicted of back-to-back armed robberies committed minutes apart on October 5th of 2021. According to United States Attorney Jacqueline Romero, Michael Malcolm, 26, of Philadelphia, was sentenced to 185 months imprisonment, 5 years of supervised release in order to pay $300 restitution, robbing 2 Northeast Philadelphia stores at gunpoint, and crimes that netted Malcolm about $300 in beer. Anyone willing to rob a total stranger at gunpoint, let alone try it in a matter of minutes, is a threat to our community, said Romero in a statement. The victim's clerks in this case were on the job just trying to make a living when someone who rather steal money than earn it made them fear for their lives. And we and our law enforcement partners are working to identify, prosecute, and lock up violent offenders like Michael Malcolm to make the streets and the stores of Philadelphia safer for all. Officials noted that Malcolm pleaded guilty on February 7th of 2023 to charges involved in the robberies of Illidale by All-in-One Smoke Shop and Somerton Beverage, both located along Bustleton Avenue in Northeast Philadelphia. As detailed by police officials, the incidents began at about 8:06 p.m. on the evening of October the 5th, 2021, when Malcolm entered Illidale by All-in-One Smoke Shop and asked the clerk for a cigarlo wrap. Malcolm then handed over the money to pay for them, but officials said when the clerk opened the register, Malcolm produced a gun and racked the slide and pointed the weapon at the clerk while demanding money. After the clerk gave him approximately $300 from the register, Malcolm fled the store, as officials said. About 10 minutes later, officials noted that Malcolm went to Somerton Beverage, approximately 0.2 of a mile from the smoke shop he had just robbed, where he selected a beer for purchase and again gave money to the clerk. When the clerk didn't open the register, according to Romero's office, Malcolm produced his firearm. Police officials noted that when the clerk yelled, "He got a gun," Malcolm fled the store with the beer. Shortly after, Malcolm was arrested after he was spotted walking along Bustleton Avenue. Wow, that is a crazy story. This person literally stole a beer and a cigar, and $300, and he's looking at 15 years in prison. What the hell? I don't know what he's thinking, but I'm thinking that he's thinking that he really messed up and decided to do the wrong thing for sure. 15 years for an instant. For all we know, he's probably drunk. He probably was just out being stupid and making dumb mistakes. He probably didn't even, I'm sure he's kicking himself in his own butt right now. 15 years in prison for something that took a few minutes and only netted $300 and a beer. Come on. It can't be any worse than this. And what do you all think? Do you think that the time is, the punishment is matching the crime? Do you think that this is 15 years is reasonable for this? Me, I'm not sure, because He was 26 years old. For all we know, he could have had ADHD. Not making any excuses for him because it was ridiculous what he did. But he's still 15 years. I think we just read about a police officer who got a few months for murdering a whole person. I'm asking, does he have a background? Like, does he have a history, a record? It seems like they're making an example out of him. This is what she said, how, she judged him on his actions and that, they're going to make Philly safe and the stores safe. It seems like she's making an example. So that's just my thoughts. I believe that he definitely was really, really stupid what he did, and he absolutely deserves punishment for sure. But 15 years and, being 26 years old, 26-year-olds are made differently these days, some of them. So, they just do whatever comes in their minds. And like I said, who knows his mental state? And did he have a record? These are questions that I ask before I determine if 15 years is enough or too much or not enough. No one got hurt. They were scared. And by all means, he shouldn't be robbing people with guns. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Why don't you put what you think in the comments? Leave a comment and let me know what you guys think. Is this a good amount of time? Does this fit the crime? You can't make this up. Wow, that is ridiculous. So the man's going to jail for 15 years for $300. He could have walked around and delivered Uber and Grubhub for a day and made that. But again, that would have been too legal. He wanted to steal this money and stuff. You don't want to work for it. So there you go. Enjoy your 15 years in jail for $300 and a beer. Guys, remember, as crazy as the world can be out there, keep your light shining bright, stay safe, and do the right thing. And please like and subscribe for the latest Philly crime news. We out.